now since we've given it enough time to basically kind of get it a bit dry, always start on a different edge. Now we're going to just overlap your sprays just a little bit. Make sure you get a nice coat when you're doing these. Of course, yeah, we're doing this out of spray can, guys, so this isn't going to be professional grade by any means, but as long as we get enough coats on there, we should be just fine. After a few coats, I'd say probably after 3 coats, you'll start to see a real good difference on your car. Fall. Let's see. This is just coat number 2, so once we get that third coat on, it's going to look probably a lot darker. We won't have as much white in there. All right, now back for our third coat. Now we're going to go a little bit slower, see if we can get those, a lot of white out. Still about 6 inches away from the car. Now I come out to this side. I think the most reason they want to put as many coats on this, 5 or more, is mostly for the removal of the application because, I mean, I think at 4 or 5 coats, it definitely should be covered at that point. I don't think that there should be a lot of white coming through or the original color of the car coming through at that point. So I think that's mostly just to make sure that you can peel it off once it gets off. It's easy to pull off, but if you don't have enough coats on there, it's probably nasty like that. Nice enough decals, once the decal starts breaking, pretty much over at that point, you're just peeling piece by piece off. Just trying to overlap, make sure that we get as much coating as we can. Sorry, we got kids. They like to be outside too. Alright, and we are back. Now we're back with our 4th coat. And I think overall this 4th coat is going to be the last, where you're going to see the white. I'm going to make sure it's a heavier coat. Just to make sure that I'm covering my spots that are kind of still showing through. As much as we can. Doesn't help that right now it started raining all of a sudden. And it's all there. So hopefully once that dries, we'll see any more white on that. Up here looks really good. There you go, at least. And we'll just keep going. We'll do the 5th and final coat. Hopefully that will be enough. If not, learning experience, we will make sure we get a 6th coat on here if we need to. And there's that. Alright, so we're at our 7th coat. Now, I didn't record the other 3 coats because it was a lot of coats we had to put on there. Because the car is so white, it was a pain in the rear to get coats finalized. So what we're going to do is basically at this point, we're spraying the edges one more time real good and giving that final coat in the car so that we can remove the tape. You want to make sure that, of course, you remove your tape with it wet because if you do it while it's dry, then it basically pulls the plastic up with it, and then you have a giant mess and giant edges and all that everywhere. So you just do one final wet coat, make sure you pull the tape up with it being wet, and it needs to be pretty good and wet, so make sure you've got a good coat everywhere around the tape. And you're going to start pulling that off now. So basically, you're going to kind of wait for that to happen. If you pulling that up, yeah, look how that comes right off. Try that. Careful. Be gentle, be easy. Yeah, go ahead and let it off. Get it wrapped up. Kind of hold it up so it's not just hanging around. When it picks up and blows it, then it kind of shifts it back towards the tank. Go ahead and grab that in. I'm trying to refrain from using that big card again, so. Alright, you get off quickly. Now I want to do the center line or the outside line. Once you get the tape, if we were done, you're going to just pick this up, nice and easy. Pull this up, grab that piece right there. There you go. Lift this up here. And you got it right there for now. Now, you want to probably get this piece right here. Go ahead and pull that up in one straight motion. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't go slow. Okay, there we go. Now we'll do just a couple of pieces. You got it. Yeah, you're holding it and then we'll go higher. Alright, so we have this out. That's to be expected. When you're pulling this tape is this automotive masking tape that it is supposed to be, but the plastic tape is thick. It's got clumps. Hold on. So when you're pulling, you got to pull straight out. It's kind of thick in that area, so give it a second. And these two should be able to come right up. Not wet enough is what it is, I believe. That's what happens when you get those spots wet enough for it. But it'll still seal. It's just going to have those kind of rough spots right there in this corner. So, not a huge deal. But we're trying to do that. Is to get enough paint and let it set just long enough where it won't pop up like that. Then you just take a finger, kind of push it back down. You'll have a bubble or two, but again, it's going to be okay. Kind of run your finger across, make sure you're good. Stretch a little bit jagged, it's screwy, but now go ahead and we'll get the top part done. And enough paint on these pieces here. So that's good that we did that on the last piece, or the smallest piece, so. I'm just going to kind of brush over one more clear quick paint, or coat right there. Alright. Make sure we get a nice clean piece off of this. This should come out pretty. It just use spray can paint. But we are go higher, lift higher, straight up high. I don't have any nails.
Made it worse. Put it like this, it gives it an edge. And it just cuts right through.
Now, of course, after you get this on, there is, you can't really do much to the car for the next, I would go with probably a solid 24 hours. Where's that? No washing. Definitely don't apply anything to the actual decals. Now the fronts are going to be a little bit more difficult because it's a lot big. It's a lot of big space here. As soon as we get that edge done real good and wet, we can start pulling. And then it takes a few minutes for the stuff to dry, so it's not like it's a super, you gotta get on that, instant, but
You're gonna start pulling this side?
you can, as soon as I get, you can pull the outside. Okay, so we're back. Now we're outside, and I wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the outside after you painted it. Now, granted, I used Brilliant Blue instead of the Power Blue. And I think it's okay, because it's on the top, but I do have some decals that I will have to remove. But as you can see, let me get this camera shifted around here. You have a much brighter blue. And I want to kind of get the angles for you guys, so that you can kind of see what we're working with here. Nice crisp lines. There are a couple, like I said, this is a much darker blue. This is Power Blue, where that is like Brilliant Blue. Then of course we have this one. So we have all of that giant fly on there. Now the back is where we got a lot of our mess ups. My helpers were a little angsty and pulled off a good chunk here and a good chunk here, but overall, I mean, it does look, especially from a distance, you can't really tell a lot, but I mean, they match, they look good, and this is just a first time plastic dip person. This is the first time I have plastic dipped a car, and you could tell that it looks like decals, and I mean, we'll go back from a distance here so you can kind of see just how good that looks. I mean, to me, the line's pretty straight, pretty decent. So, I mean, you can't beat that. For what we done and how much it cost, this whole setup was less than 60 bucks. You know what I'm saying? $60 and you can paint racing stripes on your car. This is what I'm talking about, is, all these other YouTubers that have these car channels and they can spend thousands of dollars on their car. When, I mean, I guarantee you 90% of the people watching their videos don't have that kind of money. So I know I don't, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to spend that. My wife would have my fucking balls on a clamp if I spent thousands of dollars on my car every week. So what we have to do is we have to figure out what we can do on a budget to make sure we can do the things we want. Are they going to be the exact things that we want? Are they going to look the exact same or feel the exact way? Probably not. But if it looks good and it's your work, doesn't it make it work better? I mean, to me, that looks fucking awesome. I think that job, even with the little bit of the mishaps that it has in it, I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks real good. So, all right, so as we did, and as you know, if you watch the vlog, you know that today we are plastic dipping racing stripes on a 2010 Mustang GT. We've taped it up, we've got plastic over it. We are going to start with just a regular spray can. I mean, this little nozzle right here is $5 at Walmart. The cans are $10 at AutoZone. The nozzle will help you hold the can a little bit better, so you can get a little bit of evener coats. So when you're going to do a lot of the painting, you want to make sure that you're getting a nice even smudge coat. Basically, you know, I just start off real light. Go to the next one. Give that one enough time to actually set. Now that'll set for a second. And of course we're doing everything on a budget here, so we don't have all the money in the world to hire somebody to paint the car or you know, do the decals like you want. You gotta improvise, and sometimes improvising means doing it yourself, and the only way you can. Make sure we're getting all of our edges here as much as we can. We've got enough spray to where we shouldn't have too many run-ons. But we just have to be careful that we're not spraying too heavy. Make sure the can stays a good 6 inches away from the car. And that way, when you actually hit where you're hitting, it does leave a nice little like area coat. There we are. And then basically what you need to do is after you lay that first coat down, you want to give it the few minutes that it needs. Some will tell you 10, 15 minutes. You know, the time you do all the coats like you're doing, it will be 15, 10 minutes. You can stop, have a cigarette, whatever. Basically, that first coat is just a coat to actually get the car lined up and ready to rock for that extra coat. And on coat number 2, you won't see as much. You may have to stop and shake your can because you are using a can and not a bucket. Yeah, it does suck, but if you want racing stripes and you don't want to have to go and buy some decals or even have to wait for decals to come in the mail, because sometimes that could take up to a week or 2, and then, you know, if you get off, you want to go and do something now, then you can go to Walmart and AutoZone and get the pieces that you need, just like I did today. Go get those pieces and then, boom, slapping all the damn racing stripes. And you get to do it however you want. You know, you can shift the coats to any degree. Like, I mean, we went at an angle with this one, so it's a little bit different than like if you were to get a normal decal. And then you can stop it there.